Today is just going to be a rather strange video. I'm going to talk about my failures in 2022, and this is inspired by Ali Abdal's video on how he has failed in 2022. And I think we don't talk about failures enough. At least for myself, like I put myself out there and then I talk about working three jobs and things like that. And people will come out to me and say, respect the hustle, your story is very inspiring. And sometimes when I hear such compliments, I feel like a fraud because um, I I actually have some updates to give with regard to the three jobs thing. And the long story short is that I'm no longer working three jobs. I think at best you can say I'm working two and a half jobs. Right now, I have my day job, which I work 9 to 6 every weekday. And then after my day job is ended, I will come home and then I will do my website as well as my YouTube. And then once a week on Saturdays, I have my lessons now. So this is in contrast to when I was having my day job and then I go and teach. And then I come home at about 10, 11 plus to do my website. So that lasted about 5 months. And what happened was that my accident happened, and then it was November holidays. So classes went to practically nothing. So I had a break month in November, and I feel that I never quite recovered from that. Unfortunately, or fortunately, after that month, because of my accident, I stopped going to the gym, and because of school holidays, I stopped having lessons. I realized that I could not get back into the groove of working three jobs. So I think my marathon analogy actually came through, and yeah, I couldn't get back into the groove of working my day job, going for lessons, and then doing my website. So I think I need to be fair to my employer because um, I was leaving 1 hour early each day to go for my night lessons, and I decided that that was not something that I wanted to have for the long term. It's not fair to my employer, it's not fair to my colleagues who all work 9 to 6. Yeah, and my job duties have been ramping up, the workload has been ramping up. So I just decided to put all my lessons on Saturday so that I can OT if needed. And when I came home, I will work on my website and YouTube, which itself has also grown over the past year. So therefore, I am now working two and a half jobs at best, and I feel that as someone who put myself out there and say, "Hey, I work three jobs," I'm setting some kind of unrealistic standards that you should work multiple jobs, and everybody can do that. It's very easy, right? But the truth is that I couldn't handle three jobs, not for extended period of time anyway. During the few months that I was juggling the three, it worked quite well for some time. And I must say that if not for my accident, if not for my November break, I might have continued with it until now. It's just that once you have that stop and that rest, that break time, it's very hard to get back into it. And so I requested to have all my lessons packed into a single Saturday. So now my Saturdays are 10 to 6:30, five lessons throughout, so that my weekdays are just for my day job and my website and YouTube. So I need to clarify now. I'm no longer working three jobs. In that sense, I'm working two and a half ish. So my day job, my website and YouTube, which based on time, based on effort, is one single job on its own, and then one day for my tuition. Yeah, so I think that's the update I have for my job situation, and I do consider that as a failure because I put myself out there as someone who works three jobs, and I couldn't maintain it beyond 5 months. Uh, yeah, so I have to own that failure lah. I think I need to tell people that hey, that did not work out as well as I thought it would. I couldn't do it as long a period of time that I thought I could. So that is 2023. I think that would last throughout. It will be my day job and my website YouTube. Another area that I feel is a failure would be my YouTube channel growth, and It's January 2023. I've been doing this since August 2021, and after more than 1 year of 2 videos a week, I am still barely at 5,000 subscribers. I thought I would have reached 10,000 at least by end of 2022. Unfortunately, that did not pan out. And I'm not someone who likes to set goals because I feel like I'll be disappointed if I don't hit those goals. But unfortunately, even without setting goals, you have certain expectations. And I think I really felt like I would have reached at least 10,000 by end of 2022. And that did not pan out. But I really appreciate every one of you who have subscribed and watched my videos on the regular, because I really spend a lot of effort on my videos. And okay, of course, some of them I think are better than others. Some are, like this video, I think it will just bomb. But I just need to get this out of my system. Um, and it can be quite demoralizing when the videos don't resonate with the audience as much as you hope that it would. So in 2023, I hope to at least hit 15K by the end of this year. I'm not sure whether I'm setting myself up for disappointment, but at least if I have a number in mind, I'll try to work towards it rather than try to keep the goal vague in order to avoid disappointment. But I still get disappointment anyway, right? I was really expecting to hit 10K last year. And when you see other channels blowing up, I realized that these kind of things are really right in your face because the numbers are right there, right? When you see someone having a specific number, that many subscribers, that many views, and yours is just like that. Unfortunately, humans tend to compare. I tend to compare, and yeah, I think it's something that I need to work on as well, managing my own expectations. And anyway, long story short, I do recognize that last year my YouTube channel did not grow as well as it could have, and I need to really take stock of what went wrong, what did not go as well, and this year I need to improve on that in order to grow my channel to greater heights. So another failure I think in 2022 is that I let my finances slip. And yeah, this is a personal finance channel after all. And I do need to recognize that as much as I tell people to be careful with money, you need to save, you need to be careful about spending. I find that I let my personal finances slip in the sense that I was actually paying a lot of things for friends, for my company, and then I did not have an efficient system of claiming those expenses back from them. Yeah, it is penny wise, pound foolish. I was trying to clock points, and then I didn't really chase back debts that became bad debts. Mostly because I had a very poor recording system, and I think that it also stems from me not having enough bandwidth to really record the expenses properly and then to chase them down. So it's really my own fault that I probably lost, I estimate about $1,000 last year from not claiming back things that I paid for. Some things I can still recover, some things I have decided to waive because I really just don't have the bandwidth to go and check through all my receipts and things like that. So this is really a failure on my part because I think I have been very careless with money over the past year. And I hope that in 2023 I can improve on this. I already decided that on some measures to ensure that I do not continue on this very bad habit on being careless with money, because this, regardless of how much you earn, if you are very careless with money and you let it be a habit, you're just not going to be able to keep a lot for your own retirement, for your own expenses and things like that. So yeah, that is a failure in 2022 that I recognize, and I will put a stop to it this year. One major failure in 2022 I feel is that I did not take care of my health enough. And even though it was an accident, okay, I'm going to start with the accident first. I think that I was just not being careful because when I played basketball with my colleagues, I didn't bring my shower stuff. That's the funny thing. And I told myself, I'm not gonna sweat. Okay, I'm trying not to break a sweat, so let's take it easy. And then 5 minutes into the game, I hurt myself, and it was quite a bad injury. Thankfully nothing worse than a superficial wound, some scars on my face, right? A lot of bleeding at that time. But it could have gone a lot worse, and I feel that it's just a result of me not being careful with my health. And I think it also extends to other things in life, like me drinking a lot more in 2022. So I think it's a problem that I wish to address, and I think it's one thing that you should not buy in bulk. Alcohol should not be something you buy in bulk, regardless of how much money it will save you. Because when alcohol is at home, it's more accessible. I just drink more, and it's just not good for health. It becomes a crutch. Rather than addressing problems in my life, I'm turning to alcohol to alleviate some of the emotions I'm feeling. Yeah, that's just not healthy. And unfortunately, I'm drinking now. But okay, I'm finishing my stash. Once I'm done with it, okay, no more. I'm not gonna keep alcohol at home anymore because yeah, for the reason I've just mentioned. Yeah. The last failure I can identify, I think, is that I have neglected uh more personal issues and have focused too much on earning more money, building my career and things like that. And I've realized that, just earning a lot of money does not make someone happy. Surprise, all right? Everybody has been saying this, and I think it's something that I experienced firsthand. So 2023 is where I want to work on myself a bit more. I know it's a cliche, right? Like new year, new me. But I think I will pay attention more to non-financial things. And it's a funny thing to say in a personal finance channel, but again, personal finance, right, is made out of personal and finance, right? I know it's a stretch to try to focus on the word personal, but it does affect your finances. I think that sometimes money is just a means to an end, right? Why do we want money? We need money to lead a more comfortable life. But if you just keep accumulating and it does not lead to better outcomes in your life, then what is the point? So I think in 2022, I failed in maintaining a good balance. I focused too much on finances, I focused too much on growing my wealth, and I might have neglected things like interpersonal relationships, finding, building good relationships with people. Yeah, and I think that that is something that I should focus on in 2023. And in 2022, I think I also made some bad investments. And investments can be financial investments, it can also be non financial ones, like the people you choose to spend time with and all. And I think at least I spend a lot of time with my family, and I am happy about that. But when it comes to other areas, other more interpersonal investments, yeah, and I think I just need to be more careful with time as a resource, right? We always talk about money as something to be managed and spent carefully, but time really is something that you never get back. And you should invest it in the right people, in the right opportunities, rather than just give it to anyone who demands it of you, or when it's convenient of you. Yeah, okay, this is very personal, so I think I won't delve deeper into this. So I'm sorry that this is a very rambly video, and I just felt like I needed to get it off my system and to share it with someone. And unfortunately, 5,000 of you are getting this in your feed. I fully expect this video to do very badly, but at this point, I feel like sometimes it's not all about numbers. Um, yeah, I think that this is just something I wanted to share. I wanted to get off my chest. First of all, I need to update the reality of my three jobs thing. And then I just need to show that I'm not a perfect person, lah, right? As much as I try to give advice online and all, you have to recognize that I'm still human. I have my follies, I have my weaknesses. And as much as I hope that you guys learn from my content, I also want to learn from people who can chip in with their life perspectives and things like that. So I'm really sorry that this is not a very normal video, and we'll resume normal programming after this. Okay, I'll try to keep such things at a minimum because I know that it's not a very popular kind of content. Yeah, so I think I might have to create a brand new channel just to house such things. Yeah, so stay tuned to my Telegram right? If I decide to launch something like that. And yeah, watch this video because YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this video. If you watch to the end of this video, I think you enjoy this video very much. And yeah, I'm growing incoherent, so I'll see you in this video. Thanks for really listen to me ramble.